I'm Vicki Hogarth, and welcome to Southwest Magazine. What do Chef Michael Smith and comedian James Mullinger have in common? Well, they'll both be at the Southwest Business Summit at the Algonquin Resort in St. Andrews, June 26th to 28th. Here to tell us more about it are Elizabeth Eldridge, Jason McGrattan, and Hannah McGee. Thank you all for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Before we get started talking about the summit, I'd love for each of you to just tell us a little bit about who you are and how you're involved with this. Elizabeth, I'll start with you.
Yeah, sure. I'm a consultant. I have a few different businesses. One operates in St. Andrews, actually. Grew up in Charlotte County. I am vice president of the Eastern Charlotte Chamber of Commerce. So we've been really excited to be a part of the planning of this awesome event. So that's what brings me here today.
And Jason, what about you?
Jason McGrattan. I born and raised in Eastern Charlotte. I'm the president of the Eastern Charlotte Chamber of Commerce. And yeah, we've been excited about planning this for almost a year now, and happy to be here today.
And Hannah, yeah, a year now in the process of making this a reality. I know a lot of people in St. Andrews know you, but tell us a little bit about yourself and what your involvement is.
Thank you. So I'm from St. Andrews. My name is Hannah, and I'm here as the coordinator, but kind of behind the scenes of the Business Summit, supporting everything from organizing the guest speakers to organizing the event the day of. Yeah, so lots of exciting things in the background going on for it.
And that definitely leads us to the overview of what we can expect. This is the first Southwest Business Summit, so tell people who might not be familiar with it yet what they can expect.
Yeah, so the Business Summit, June 26th to 28th, is for business leaders from across New Brunswick or Atlantic Canada to come and spend time learning, making connections, and having fun. So we have some great keynote speakers throughout the 3 days. We have about 15 workshops being facilitated throughout the 3 days, and we have fun activities organized for everyone to participate in. So it'll be a really great event.
And Jason, I know that the Eastern Charlotte Chamber of Commerce was heavily involved in a business expo last year. Can you tell us a little bit about what led from that into this grand event that we are expecting in June?
Yeah, we felt it was a good opportunity to have something for Southwest New Brunswick. However, we didn't want to jump in full scale right off the bat. So last year we held a business expo in St. George. That was very well attended, and we had very good feedback from it. So from that, we worked with the Southwest Regional Service Commission, Practical HR, and collaborated with the other chambers, St. Andrews and St. Stephen, to start creating and planning this one last summer.
Wow. And Elizabeth, you're not only part of the planning, you are also one of the speakers at the event. Can you give us an overview of what people can expect when they go see one of the keynote speakers, and what you specifically will be talking about?
Oh, well, a great honor to be asked, for sure. A little bit nerve-wracking to be speaking alongside such wonderful keynotes, especially nerve-wracking to be following James Mullinger, right? That's so I'm a psychological health and safety consultant, so I'll be speaking to mental health in the workplace and a bit about organizational culture and that sort of thing. But for me, it's just so exciting to be that this is coming to our area. As a business owner myself, I mean, this type of the caliber of speakers and workshop facilitators that we're seeing at this event. Myself, I've traveled to across Canada to attend events and learning opportunities like this one, and to have it taking place right in our own backyard, really, really exciting. So we've got some wonderful sort of broader themes, relating to business that our keynote speakers are going to be, inspiring us and giving some great motivation and that sort of thing. Workshop facilitators really getting into brass tacks around some of the challenges that business owners might be facing today. Hannah's been so fantastic at really tapping into the business community to get a sense of what those struggles might look like and kind of what the needs are in our area. Of course, our chambers are tuned into that as well, right? So what we're hearing from our members, like Jason said, alongside St. Andrews and St. Stephen, the feedback that we get regularly from our members has really directly impacted what the calendar looks like for the event.
And what I'd love to hear, actually, all of you tell us a little bit about what you're hearing right now. What are the challenges of operating, especially a small to medium-sized business in this part of the world? But I know there will be people traveling to this event from all over. But what do you hear from your chamber members specifically?
Yeah, well, I think most small business owners and entrepreneurs at some point in their career and venture feel sort of left alone and by themselves. It can be a lonely world when you're running your own business. So the chambers are there to support, and we try to support them in any way possible what they need. So we're hearing a lot of feedback that we see a lot of conferences that are a lot of times industry specific, and this now is sort of broad enough that it's going to welcome all small business and medium-sized businesses throughout New Brunswick.
And Hannah, when you were planning speakers, how was that informed by what you heard from the community and what the needs were for business people?
Yeah, so we put out a survey to the local community asking what their needs were, what are they looking for, what do they want to learn about, and so from that feedback, people are looking to learn about HR law, so we have a HR lawyer coming to speak. Mental health in the workplace is very important to a lot of business owners. We have funding opportunities, so we'll have a panel with some funding experts to give information on funding opportunities for small and medium-sized businesses. And we have immigration. Immigration is a big topic right now, so we have an immigration consultant coming to do a workshop, facilitating a workshop. So yeah, lots of exciting workshops being offered.
And how will the workshops work? To what degree are the people that attend involved and brainstorming?
Sure, so each workshop is approximately between 60 to 90 minutes, and as a participant at the summit, you have a choice to choose which workshop you want to participate in. So we have morning workshops and afternoon workshops, so there's about 5 different options at each time period, and we hope that participants will be engaged, so it's going to be workshops that you're not just sitting and listening, but you're sitting and participating, and so engaged workshops that people come away learning more than when they went in. So.
And is it, I know that your website is up right now with a lot of information on it.
Yes.
If you were interested in saying maybe doing one day or the whole package, the whole event, or even just one workshop, how does it work in terms of ticketed events?
Yep, so those options are there. You can purchase a ticket for the full event for the 3 days, or you could purchase daily tickets to participate in different workshops. Separate tickets are purchased for the gala, so we have a large gala dinner planned the evening of the 27th, and so that's exciting. And separate tickets are purchased for the activities. So on the 27th we have different fun activities planned, which include golf, spa, and so you sign up separately to participate in those.
And it looks, I checked out their website for pricing, and it looks like these excursions also, in terms of being part of a bigger package, they're great opportunities to explore, try new things in this part of the world, whale watching, and things like that. So can you tell people a little bit about how that pricing works and how they sign up for excursions, off-site excursions at this event?
So we really tried to keep the pricing cost effective for business owners and participants to come. Each excursion or off-site activity has its own price, just kind of based on the market price. But so for example, if you wanted to go visit Kingsbrae throughout the 3 days, we received a discounted price for participants to go there. And so all of that information can be found on our website.
Right. Well, Elizabeth, you mentioned you'll be following James Mullinger. And we did mention a gala dinner. Can you tell us a little bit about his involvement? I think people are wondering, what is he keynote speaking about? But it's a little bit different than that. Can you tell us a little bit about what James will be doing at the summit?
I can't. I guess people will have to come and find out.
Maybe Hannah knows.
Yeah, so he's doing an inspiring comical keynote speech. So, yeah.
And this is at the gala dinner.
At the gala dinner. So after dinner, he'll be following the dinner with his inspirational comedy.
Yes. And it's one of the really cool things about the event is that there's going to be lots of great learning, but you know, also lots of, like Hannah said, with the excursions and fun. And for people visiting from out of town, I mean, what better time to visit St. Andrews than, you know, it's late June, just before the long weekend, actually, the Canada Day weekend. So what a beautiful time to have a really kind of quintessential St. Andrews experience, right? So it'll be a really lovely blend. And even like Jason's point about being in business, often feeling really isolated, you know, you can get so wrapped up in the day-to-day operations of your business that you've got all this stuff going through your head, and you don't always think about drawing on kind of a, you know, a circle of folks within the larger business community to maybe look at a challenge that you're facing and they're seeing it from another angle. So I think even just the networking opportunities in a relaxed atmosphere where there will be that good learning going on, but just making those connections in kind of a social way too, it has such value for business owners, right? To be building a network and folks that, you know, even down the line, if you were going through some sort of growing pain with your business, it might bring someone to mind who you could say, yeah, I could call on that person who I met at the summit, and we could have a conversation about it.
And opportunities beyond just the workshops and excursions, Jason, there's a trade show too. And it's about resources for business people. Can you tell us a little bit about what kind of booths that we could find at the trade show, and what resources business people would find when they visit that part of the summit? Yeah,
so we have a limited space for the trade show. However, people can now book booths online on our website, which you can find also on social media. But the idea is to have business-to-business services to have these booths. So somebody that's operating in services business throughout the Maritimes certainly can be a good selection for a booth rental. Yeah. Okay. And Hannah, can you tell us a little bit about what some of those organizations might be as part of the trade show?
Yeah, so far we have a lawyer, participating lawyer firm signed up who supports business. The cooperators have a booth, so insurance is coming. We'll have booths on immigration and HR. We hope to have booths on potentially banking industry. Yeah, various different booths, about 30 of them to come. If there's someone perhaps watching right now who thinks they might have a good fit, how do they get in touch? Yes, you can register for a booth through our website, or we have an email that they can reach out to and ask, and if they have any questions, they can reach out and ask, and we'll get back to them. I teased Chef Michael Smith at the beginning of this, and I'm sure now people are wondering what exactly is Chef Michael Smith doing at the trade show and the summit. Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect to see from arguably Canada's most famous chef, but definitely East Coast? Yeah. So exciting. So Chef Michael Smith is coming to do the closing brunch on the 28th, so the last day, and he'll be there doing an inspiring keynote speech and doing a demonstration on oyster shucking, and just it'll be a really interactive, fun brunch with Michael Smith. So we're really looking forward to it, and so thankful he can attend. What are you, as business people, excited about on a personal level? What do you think you'll be checking out the most when you're at the summit?
Oh, I'm really excited about the oysters. Yeah, for me, it's just I'm really excited to see. I know from what Hannah shared already too. Like, we've got just such diversity, I guess, in what's being offered. So it'll be sort of like a one-stop shopping event. So as a business owner, I'm really keen on, I'm sure there are things that I don't know that I need, right? And to be there immersed in that experience and to be able to, chat with other business owners. The trade show is going to be really fantastic. Kind of maximum efficiency from a business perspective, right? To go and just get whatever you need.
And Jason?
Yeah, I'm mostly excited for the event, the social aspect of it too, the networking part for people. I think having a gala dinner with the likes of James Mullinger attending will be a great attraction, but I think having the workshop, having the trade show, having businesses from all over come here and represent, so we get to understand where I can find support for small business and intermingle with other business owners so you can share learnings that you've had over the years. Yeah.
And Hannah?
And I'm excited for people to come and just have fun in St. Andrews and experience St. Andrews. So with our offsite activities, and we also have the morning wellness sessions that are being organized by Dawn Dunfield, who'll be doing yoga in the morning. So just really excited for people to come and not have to work, not only work, but also experience St. Andrews and just have fun.
And for those who are traveling in from further distances, you've been working with the hotel and putting together packages as well. Can you elaborate on those packages for people who might be visiting our region from a little further away?
Yeah, the hotel's been so wonderful to work with. So we do have a discounted group rate for anyone who is participating in the Business Summit. They can book discounted rooms at the hotel, and booking for that is available right through our website.
Now, this show, people could be watching it anytime up until the summit, but for the purposes of early bird ticketing, I know there are some things that if you book early might intrigue someone to book now. Can you tell us about that, Hannah?
Yeah, so we have early bird pricing on our website, open until the end of April, so the end of this month. So yeah, book your tickets early because we're expecting this event to sell out.
Elizabeth, what do you hope to build from this event going into future years? I know the first year that you do anything, it can be a little bit overwhelming and daunting, but then it leads to shedding on light on a path forward, especially for our part of the world. Can you tell us where you hope this goes?
Well, I think the sky's the limit. I mean, for the first event, like Jason said, we did have an expo that was sort of, dipping our toe in the water. But it's been such a fantastic experience to be involved in the planning of it because everyone's really excited. And it's really been collaborative with like the support that we've gotten from the Southwest Regional Service Commission has just been phenomenal, working with the other chambers. Hannah would never be one to toot her own horn, but my goodness, she is absolutely extraordinary at pulling this all together for sure. So when we have planning meetings, there's so much happening with them. We meet every couple weeks, and I'm always just in awe of all that's being done. I think going forward, it's only going to get bigger and more exciting. It's really going to put the Southwest region on the map as far as within the business community.
And I do highly recommend anyone to go to your website just to get just an overview scope, even a visual overview of the extent of what this summit does cover. It's huge. So Jason, can you tell us a little bit about where you hope this goes in the years ahead? Seeing that you were at the expo last year, and this is another big jump up.
This was a big step for us. Again, we tried just a sort of a soft trial at it last year. It was very successful, and we're glad to reach this year. Our goal is really to have this a yearly event. And we're very thankful to have a place like the Algonquin to hold this at in this small area in southwestern Brunswick. We're also blessed to have the areas outside of St. Andrews, like St. George, St. Stephen, surrounding areas that offer beautiful landscapes and opportunities for people to spread out and enjoy. So I think we'll see growth. I think we're planning on around 250 delegates to attend this event this year, and all I see is upwards from there.
Well, and what about you, Hannah?
Yeah, I echo that. I hope for it to be a yearly event that only grows and gets better each year.
And Elizabeth, you do attend a lot of events such as this. What is it for people who may not have been to one in the past and are interested? What do you get out of going to something like this, just from your own personal experience of attending?
Oh, that's a great question. For me, the thing that I always walk away from a large event like this with is, I think as a business owner, carving out that time to just absorb whatever is out there, even the energy of being in the room with other business owners, and just being open, I guess, to learning. Sometimes with the challenges that you're facing day to day, I know I've gone to conferences or events like that before where I'm hearing about solutions for problems I haven't even had yet, right? So yeah, I think just because business owners as well, I know I'm certainly guilty of this. You're on 24/7, right? You're lying in bed and you're thinking about, okay, tomorrow when I get up, I'm going to do this, and second Tuesday from now, I've got to be. So I think there's tremendous value in just carving out those. This is a 3-day event, and it's leading into summer, it's a great time for business owners, I think, to set aside that little bit of time just for them, for not just professional development, but personal development as well. Because for the business owner, I mean, obviously as a mental health professional, burnout is something that I speak to a lot, and it's very, very real. So as the owner, you really are your company's most valuable asset.
Yeah.
So it's really important that you're kind of feeding your brain, feeding your own needs, nurturing whatever it was inside you that inspired you to start your business in the first place.
And we've talked a little bit about the opportunity to network. Jason, can you elaborate on why networking, something we sometimes think, oh, I don't have time for that, can be so important to, especially around here when we're a lot of small business owners?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think for a business to be successful, it's all about relationships. Whether it's be somebody supplying product to you, whether it's your customers, services, I think you really have to develop relationships. So this summit will give people a chance to create new relationships within the business world, but also expand on existing relationships. So I think that's an important part of business, and hopefully this will help assist with people that.
Hannah, you are super passionate about this part of the world, supporting businesses and also people seeking employment. I know you're heavily involved with the job fair as well. What is it about some of the businesses in our part of the world that makes you so passionate? What is it that we in particular have to offer, especially if there are people traveling in to meet with some of the organizations in our area?
I think what's special about St. Andrews is St. Andrews, is the people. Right? And it's the people that make up the businesses in the area that I love supporting, and I love living here. So I love sharing about St. Andrews and bringing people to St. Andrews. So it's St. Andrews.
When we look ahead to this tourism year, what are your predictions, projections for life in our part of the world in terms of business? We seem to be seeing a lot of growth right now, particularly post-COVID.
Yeah, for sure. Well, one of my businesses actually is a short-term rental property, and I started sort of during the pandemic. So it's been exciting. I think when we had the Atlantic bubble, there were a lot of folks who maybe prior to that would have traveled outside of our area, and there are a lot of folks now within Atlantic Canada who have seen the beauty of our area, and they want more of it. So within St. Andrews, I mean, like Hannah said, the things that the area has to offer, I mean, really, there are things that you don't get in any other part of Canada. So I know with my property, I've had lots of folks who visited for the first time during the pandemic and really fell in love with the area, and they're excited to, if you've come just for a few days, you've maybe realized that that's not long enough to stay here. And the outlying areas, there's so much within, just a day trip, places that you can go where you're seeing beautiful, beautiful things and having really unique experiences that are, that you kind of don't get elsewhere.
And Jason, as president of Eastern Charlotte Chamber of Commerce, you definitely have your finger of the pulse on what's happening in the Eastern Charlotte area. What are you noticing in terms of business growth in the area?
One great thing I'm seeing is young entrepreneurs. We're seeing new businesses scale open, and that could be in construction, plumbing services. But we're also seeing young entrepreneurs actually in high school that are creating actual businesses in high school that are selling product and making profits. And that's very exciting to see, because that's our future. That's the next generation that's going to support our area. And they're starting at that early age. We're here to help support them. In fact, a young entrepreneur under the age 18 can join the chamber for free, and we're there to help support their business. So that's very exciting in our area to see that grow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Hannah, tell us a little bit about, I know that you'll be adding a few more details to the summit as we get closer to June, and we can follow not just on your website, but socials as well. Tell us a little bit about where we can find all the new announcements.
Yeah, so we have a Facebook page, we have a LinkedIn page, and Instagram page. So you can follow us on all three platforms for the most up-to-date information.
And I imagine since you started planning this year, a full year ago, you'll be doing the same going into 2025, so we could probably just keep following.
You can keep following all of those platforms and keep checking our website. Right. It'll stay the same.
Well, we're running into the last few minutes of the show, so I'd love to just get final thoughts from all of you, speaking to people at home that are watching and maybe are hearing about this for the first time or on the fence about whether they can make time in their schedule to attend something like this. Elizabeth, what would you tell someone at home that's on the fence about coming?
Oh, I would say don't let the opportunity pass you by. It's such a unique opportunity to have this happening right in our backyard because of the support of the Southwest Regional Service Commission and our sponsors. It's been made really, really cost effective. I know for business owners sometimes it is hard to, there's always other things to do, right? So it can be hard to bump something like this up the priority list, but it's an opportunity that you don't want to let slip by for sure. If one thing that you heard today has piqued your curiosity, for sure, come on. Even if it's just for the oysters, you'll get other things out of it too.
And I will say, I was at a business event last night, and these were my two table mates, and I think we were most fun table. So always, when you think you're tired, it's so worthwhile. Jason, what are your final thoughts on why people should check out the Business Summit?
Just if you're local, I think it's a great opportunity to have something of this magnitude in your backyard. So come support it, come see what you can learn, network, build relationships. If you're not from the area, what a great opportunity to see it. You've got whale watching here, you can go to St. Stephen, you have some sweet Ganong chocolates, you can go to the Eastern Charlotte area, have some fresh Atlantic salmon, some lobster. It's a great time to not only take on the summit, but actually explore the Southwest region.
Oh my gosh, I know I say I get to cover the best region in Canada, and I actually do believe that.
That's true.
Hannah, what would be your final words for people at home right now who are thinking about checking this out?
I hope to see everyone registering to come to the event over the next few days.
And registering, tell us one more time how we do that.
Yes, so visit our website, southwestbusinesssummit.ca, and you can register for various different options of the summit, whether it be the full summit, 2 days, 1 day, the gala dinner, Chef Michael Smith's brunch, and the off-site excursions. Lots of different choices available, so sign up on the website today.
And you're a beautiful speaker, so I cannot wait to check out your keynote.
That's so kind, Vicki.
And thank you all for taking time to come in today, and I hope to see you before the summit, but I definitely will see you there.
Oh, such a pleasure to be
Thanks
here.
for having us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
My guests today have been Elizabeth Eldridge, Jason McGrattan, and Hannah McGee from the Southwest Business Summit taking place at the Algonquin Hotel, June 26th to 28th. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Thank you for watching Southwest Magazine.
Southwest Magazine is a news and public affairs production of CHCO Television.